happy. I'm glad to have you back here for one of my videos once again, and today I'm going to be talking about Austria. Recently I was in Vienna, and it's such a beautiful, amazing city. And after spending some time in Vienna, I realized that, okay, what are some study opportunities or opportunities generally for people who want to study, to work, to volunteer in Vienna? What do you need to do? So I made that research for you, and you don't have to do it. So I'm going to just dive right in and start with Vienna is somehow similar to Germany in a couple of ways. The main language spoken in Vienna is German, so that's their national language. This means that to be able to work, to study in Vienna or Austria in general, you would need a German language proficiency. And this also values between what you want to do, what are you going there to do, and this is what I'm going to be breaking down for you. So first and foremost, in Vienna they also have Aupair. If you know Aupair, this is a program where you go and help a family to care for their kids, and you're given a specific amount of money. So in Vienna, to be able to be an Aupair, you need to be between 18 and 28 years of age. You need German skills. A1 is sufficient, and you need to not have kids, and you need to have a clean criminal record. That's just what you need. And for the working conditions, you get to work about 20 hours a week. You get pocket money, which is between 450 to 550 euros a month, and the family gives you accommodation, and they give you food, and you can work there for 6 to 12 months. So if you have been checking out programs in German, feel free to also check out for a host family in Austria, in Vienna, Hallstatt, Salzburg, wherever it's possible, because they also offer au pair, and it's also easier to get their host family. Maybe if you are not happy with German or you want to try out another option, Vienna also has au pair. Similar to Germany, Vienna also has the volunteer program. So the volunteer program is where you go and work in an Altenheim, or you work in a hospital, or in a kindergarten, or you work in an environmental project. And for this one, you have to be between 17 and 27 years old. But here you would actually need B1 language certificates. For the people from EU, you apply directly and you just go and work there. But for people from Africa, India, I don't know where, name it, you actually need a volunteer visa to be able to get this volunteer work in Austria. And still the conditions are similar, but maybe for the volunteer you work more hours, maybe 35 to 40 hours, and you get less, like 200 to 500 euros a month, plus accommodation and food, sometimes not. But the benefits is that they offer you German courses, you get work experience, and sometimes they recognize this as a training, like you get like a diploma. So some common organizations where you can apply include the Volkshilfe, the Jugendamtwerk, and Caritas in Austria, Vienna. Sorry, I keep on saying Vienna because it's the capital city and I just loved the country, but this is any city in Austria would be very much so important for that. So other volunteer programs that are not the Freiwillige Dienst include the Freiwilliges Umweltjahr. This is an environmental voluntary year where you still go to Austria, but to work on environment project related work, maybe like cleaning up the city, keeping the city clean, reducing waste and stuff like that. And that is very, very easy to get in, and they like A1, A2, as long as you can speak good German, they take you. And they also have the European Solidarity Corps. This one is open to EU residents, but actually they also have some spots for non-EU members. So you just have to apply. Feel free, and I'll share the link of how you can apply for that in the description box. And besides that, what are other opportunities for studying in Vienna? So like German, Vienna also has the a program for training, and this one is called the technical internships, but these are mainly for people who are doing STEM, like science related courses, like engineering, IT. So they have a program where you can do an internship, and you could still apply for this, and then you are able to work in Vienna. So you work while earning at the same time. Still in Vienna, they also have the working holiday visa. So what does this do? This in months of like holiday months, like December, November, October, or in months like June, July, August, you can apply for a working holiday visa, and you go there and work for 6 to 12 months, and then you just have to apply for this at the embassy in your country for this working holiday visa, and then just find an holiday job in Vienna. But clearly some are English jobs where you don't need any German, but most of them you'll need some little bit of German language to be able to work and stuff. And still in the work area, they have the global volunteer and internships. This is for people who are professional. So if you have graduated in your country and you are a professional, you can apply for this internship where you get to work in an NGO, in a business or a startup. So there is a place where they put these global opportunities for volunteer internships, and you can apply there. Some are paid, some are not paid, but you still get to go there, and after this internship you can get a permanent job, or you can just do something really good for you, and get away to stay in Vienna. So if you are an artist, so Vienna, if you've been to Vienna or Austria in general, you realize it's like a work of art. The whole buildings are just so beautiful and amazing. So they also have something that's called the artist and freelancer visa. This is for musicians or for writers, freelancers, for digital nomads. You can apply for a visa to work in Vienna if you have this talent and you are an artist, because it's a very artistic city, and they like having in talent, all sorts of talent, all sorts of art. So if this is something that speaks to you or something that you'd like to do, you should clearly really feel free to apply for this visa. So if you really want to study, you should look at the Erasmus university exchanges. Unlike German, the Vienna universities, you have to pay tuition fees. It's not free, and for people from Vienna it's maybe like 300 euros, and people from the EU it's a bit smaller in this range. But for people outside the EU, you pay almost 600 to 900 euros to 1,000. So maybe here German is not so similar, because in German tuition is free and you just have to pay semester fees, but in Vienna you can still apply to university. You need the C1 language proficiency. Fortunately, there are quite a few universities which offer English courses, so you can also be able to apply for that, but then you should be able to pay these tuition fees, and it's a bit high. So maybe this is something that you can think about. And if you are into STEMs, biology, chemistry, physics, IT, you should be able to do a paid internship, which is like an Ausbildung. So they give you a small salary, like 800 to 1,500. So after it's like a degree, but a paid degree. So maybe you have just finished your high school, you passed very highly your science courses, and you want to continue in this STEM section. Please do feel free to check out the Vienna. I'll leave a few links in the description box, and if it happens to be that you have questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I always try to respond. And yes, thank you so much for listening to my video, and I hope you got something out of it. Thank you.